Jingle bell, motherfuckers!
Welcome to the Christmas special of the Best Left Unaccounted podcast.
Okay, so for this podcast, we're going to start off with a couple of Christmas stories. I guess we'll go ahead and start off with me. This story it happened back when I was around, I want to say, 6 or 7 years old. And it took place at my uncle's house. And this story is how my uncle's Christmas tree was like turned into ash. It got burned down. Okay, so
Oh no!
You know how like at the Christmas party, like you have some family members that drink too much of the eggnog.
Some family members.
If you're Jace's family member,
eggs.
if you're part of Jace's family, then it's
I
just
like
all
eggnog
family
myself.
members, including Jace himself. But yeah, and he had been drinking a little bit too much, and he lived right next to basically like a Christmas tree thingy, you know, where they sell the Christmas trees. The forest. The forest. The Christmas tree
I
forest.
believe that's called the woods.
He lived next to Narnia. No. But he had went and bought a tree, and apparently he didn't measure out the correct height that he needed for it, or like, because it was about...
Is it higher than the ceiling?
Yes, it was. It's where he lifted it up, and it was about 6 inches too tall for the ceiling. So the end, you could hear it scraping like that, and it was like concave.
Got the star on sideways.
Yeah. And that's what he did, because he didn't care. And I didn't stay for Christmas, by the way, just to let you know. But,
Okay.
But he had been drinking too much, and he finally put it up. He sawed off the top so it would actually fit in there correctly.
Cousins have the problem. They just use a chainsaw.
Yeah. And,
Or measure your tree in advance.
Yes, or the yeah. But and after that, when he got it all decorated and stuff, they had thrown another party for some friends that they brought over, and they got a little bit too rowdy, and because I was outside playing with some friends of mine, and he was, I think one of his friends and him actually started like wrestling in the living room. And it's also where the fireplace was on. And they were wrestling, and my uncle flew backwards, smacked right into the Christmas tree, and the end of it landed right smack in the center of the fireplace.
Oof.
We had the you know
That's
how
what the tree said.
have you ever seen like in one of those cartoons where someone the bad guy has a laser and he shoots something and it instantly turns to dust?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
To the tree?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. You do not like Christmas trees will burn so
yes,
fast.
Yes, exactly.
They're fun to burn if you do it like
Not
in your house.
Ryman's secretly an arsonist, by the way, but
Secretly.
He's a Boy Scout. He knows how to
he's a
start
Boy
fires.
Scout. He's part of Doom Patrol.
Same thing. Arsonist, Boy Scout. What's
But,
his name? Oh yeah.
But yeah, it caught on fire and it nearly burned down the freaking house. Thankfully, we had a fire extinguisher. Someone had also called the fire department, and it was so embarrassing. But yet, now I have this great story to tell.
Yeah.
But it's okay because he could just go buy another one because he lived right next to a Christmas tree farm.
How they
Now he can
did
actually
it not damage anything else or?
So, I mean, it was on one of those, like, we cleared some stuff out the way, so it was pretty far away from the stuff.
How about the floor?
I mean,
Were there any
because they have like a nice like mat and stuff like that for it, so it kind of was like resistant to that kind of stuff.
Okay.
flame retardant?
Yeah, flame retardant. Hey, you can't say that. Listen. We already have enough stuff to deal with the anti.
But that's just crossing the line.
Christ.
Okay.
We got a Nazi
But-
Tommy on
Hey, you
here,
can't-
but
you
I
can't-
can't say that.
Do not speak of the Lord's name in vain.
What? That's gross.
But yeah. Oh God. But yeah, that he went and just bought another one, and he had some.
Did he measure it appropriately this time?
Yes, he did.
Good
Okay.
job.
And he had some like leftover decorations or something, some throwaway crap, and we actually made some because he had like this.
Oh, because he lost all his ornaments and stuff, didn't he?
Oh, I mean, they weren't great, but they were still something. So we just made some out of like papers and stuff. Like we did like some origami.
That's cool.
Origami, yeah. And that's
It's a
that's my story.
Christmas miracle.
Did any of you have any funny stories to tell?
Last Christmas,
You gave your heart, and
Yeah.
No, let's see.
This year,
to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
So anyway, I got a Lego set for Christmas.
Oof.
Right? It's not as intricate as Logan's story, but I got this Lego set.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Volkswagen Beach Beetle.
It's cool.
Yeah, so I got it, and that night I was having trouble sleeping. So around 7 o'clock
You saw
p.m.,
Santa.
I started working on it, Santa Claus. I think it was over like 30,000 Lego pieces. It took me 7.5 hours to complete it.
Oh my god.
And I just did that straight.
You did it in one sitting?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Put together a Lego set for 7.5 hours in the middle of the night.
It takes a lot of adjusting. Like,
And-
the
and
movie
coffee.
lights like every 5 minutes.
How old were you when you...
He had to
Just
go.
last
He had
year?
to
His
jog
last
around his
Christmas.
house real quick, so he didn't like die from stress. Just to make,
That actually reminds me of it's not really a story I have, but it's just like a little tidbit. There's this book series that I really like called Michael Vey. And the books, it's still, well, the last book has been released, but it's a series. There's 7 books. But like they usually get released in like September, October, but I'll like wait and ask for it for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically started a tradition, sort of a self-tradition a few years ago, where like I'll get the book on Christmas, I'll open up all my presents, like get all my toys, and then I'll take the book, I'll read the entire book on Christmas. And it'll take me like 3 or 4 hours. But it's just like, I really like this book, and it's just, I don't know, it's like I've already had to wait a couple months since it came out. And it's like, oh, I finally got it. Screw all these toys. I'm going to read a book.
Alright, let's not get Brad
Said-
take for Christmas. Just
Braven's probably one of
wish I
the
read
only
those.
kids
You're right.
that would ever do that.
I mean, honestly, it's the only book that I've read as of like recent. I don't read very many books anymore, but that is one of the few that I've actually stuck with.
Yeah, I've got. Last Christmas, I actually got some Alex Cross books, and those are my favorite. I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of the person because I haven't read them in a while. But they're about like this detective, and like he goes through all like this crazy shit and
Not
stuff.
Patterson, is it?
Yeah, it's Alex Patterson. Alex Patterson. James Patterson. There you go. Alex Patterson is his brother.
The more you know.
But those are really good books. I really love them.
Have you ever done any weird like Christmas traditions?
Yes.
So,
Like what?
Mine's pretty standard.
If I tell you, I have to kill you.
Well,
No,
actually,
we
all right, I have one, but you can go first.
I think it's kind of weird, but some people like it. It's called Elf on the Shelf.
My little sister really loves
That
that.
fucking thing
never
is the
done that,
creepiest
but
thing
my
I've
cousins do
ever
that.
seen.
Yeah.
Okay, it scared me to death one
like,
time. Okay, I
First time
almost
saw
had
it,
a heart
probably-
attack.
I'm too old to know.
I almost had a heart attack when I was trying to do this. I was trying to get. I went downstairs. It was in the middle of the night, and apparently my parents had moved the elf because of my little brother.
Yeah.
And they do that for him, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. But well, he always does that anyway. But they had moved it, and I had opened the refrigerator, and I was getting some milk, and I looked, and I saw something red, and I cornered my eye, and I turned. The fucking elf was in the fucking door of the refrigerator, looking right at me. If you've ever seen like one of those horror movies with the doll's eyes or whatever,
Yeah.
it's
there's
those.
Annabelle.
Annabelle, yes, Annabelle. Oh my god.
They've got to. There's got to be. Honestly, if they made a horror, actually, I would love if they made a horror movie for Elf on the Shelf, just
I'm
because
sure
it would
there's
ruin the
something
doll
out
for all the
there.
kids. It'd be like getting a Chucky doll for kids or something like
If I was
that.
a little kid,
So-
and
so-
parents did that'd be creepy.
Please, someone, if anyone is an aspiring director, if you could make a horror movie about Elf on a Shelf, please do.
Future movie
A great
producers.
B-movie director still.
Honestly, I think.
What was your Christmas tradition, Brad?
Okay, so this isn't really a tradition we have, but it's something we tried a couple years back. We don't do it anymore. But I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was like the Christmas pickle. And what you do is you get like this, it's like this little plastic ornament. It's a pickle. And what you're supposed to do is,
Christ.
anyway, you're supposed to, like, your parents will hide the pickle somewhere in the Christmas tree. And don't make this, don't make this weird.
I'm just saying.
Find a pickle
Just
now,
saying.
Bradman.
So,
Just reach in the tree and grab the pickle.
So, Christmas morning, me and my sisters, what you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to get, this is going to sound so weird, you're supposed to look, and you're supposed to, like, search the Christmas tree and look for the Christmas pickle. And whoever finds the Christmas pickle gets, I'm not going to say, they get a present. I'm not gonna call it a pickle present. But you get like my parents got like a special gift to set aside for whoever got the pickle. One of my sisters got it, and it was like a little strobe light thing. Like it's one of those things that spins and puts lights on the.
Yeah.
It was neat. I don't even think she
It's
still
the
has
Did you say it was a real pickle?
No, it's like a plastic toy.
Oh,
it had like, it even had a button on it.
It was a
I don't remember. It like talked.
If it was a real pickle, you could smell it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
The
you still
whole
wouldn't.
tree would smell like pickle.
I mean, it smelled like cinnamon and like wood.
Well, pine. Pine has a pretty strong smell.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah, that's true.
So.
Funny thing about pine, it's actually a wood.
I prefer Douglas fir myself.
Okay.
What do you mean pine is actually a wood as opposed to what?
Just saying.
Not
Alright.
pine.
Not
No, what-
tree.
What about
Not
you,
tree.
Kyle?
I
You got
don't
any
know. I
stories?
really don't have anything special.
Well,
It's
Kyle
just
wears
honestly-
glasses, so he's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Fucking
Come on, Kyle. There's
I
gotta
got
be.
me two Christmases.
You ever gotten like a really weird present or
Not too crazy. No.
nothing weird's ever happened?
Maybe you said
Any
Kyle's
weird,
glasses.
any like unusual traditions?
We don't
No.
really have traditions. We just have Christmas.
You don't just have Christmas; you enjoy
You
Christmas.
enjoy Christmas.
The thing about
Yeah.
Christmas that you spend and you enjoy time with your family, and then you
Yeah.
get some cool gifts,
Yeah,
and then
talk about
and maybe a
gifts.
few that your uncle maybe regifts you, like a Target gift card or something
No,
like that.
no.
$5
But,
on
hey,
23 cents.
Don't just Target. They got some nice deals. Okay, they got some
Yeah.
nice deals.
It's like the upper class Walmart.
upper class.
As
But
Walmart
it's
is already
nowhere
upper class
convenient.
case.
Just saying.
So nothing, Kyle?
No.
Come on, the viewers need entertainment.
Yeah.
They're not viewing, they're listening.
The listeners
Listeners,
are fans.
El audience.
Exactly.
That's
the people that don't have
what
anything
about you,
else to
Jace?
do, but they just
You got
waste their
anything else?
time with our
Similar
podcast.
to the Elf on the Shelf. It's not a Christmas tradition, but we have this little yellow man. He's like maybe 2 inches.
Okay.
And his arm, like on the end, instead of like candy, it's
Does
magnets.
this little yellow man talk to you, James?
when you said little yellow man, I got really worried for a second. I was like, oh no.
It's a small Asian man living in our
Yeah.
backyard.
It's the
I was
guy.
about to say, you mean he's wearing yellow clothes or?
No, it's just like a stick figure thing. It's like a magnet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
his
the
hands and
guy
his feet are
from
magnets.
Curious
so our
George.
family does.
Where is this yellow man?
We just hide him around the house.
Okay.
Whoever finds him hides him. And somebody hit him. Nobody remembers who was the last person to hide him, and he's just
You
missing
just have
somewhere in my
a
grandparents' house.
2-inch yellow man somewhere in your grandparents' house.
Yep.
Nice.
First,
not-
it started with I was just like put in random places to like creep out, but like see how long it would take my grandparents to notice. And then my grandfather started hiding it on me.
Oh,
So it was like, now I gotta find it
the
now.
yellow man.
Nice. That was.
We're recording a podcast. we
We wanted to see if the room was
they were being
soundproof or not.
stupid, and I told them not to yell, and they called your name.
the robot do?
Would you like to?
It's a- it's
we're
a-
recording a Christmas
it's a
special. Would you
microphone.
like to say something?
I'm alright, thank you.
We're telling Christmas stories.
Happy holidays. Have fun, be safe.
Okay.
Happy holidays from Josh, and have fun and be safe from Kendall.
Keep it.
Some of our friends, our classmates, just came in. They didn't know we were recording a podcast.
That,
But
and in their defense, we did scream their names.
If-
Jace.
There we go.
Jace.
well,
screamed their names.
if you listen to our previous podcast, then you would know that Jace did
Was it in
scream
the other one?
Yes, it was.
No.
No, it wasn't.
was
That was
in
outside
time.
of recording.
Just kidding. Hi. Christmas prank.
Pranks.
Prank. Oh, what else we got?
What do you guys want for Christmas?
Chair. I
Hippopotamus.
want a nice office chair.
Yeah. I got mine at Habitat for Humanity.
Of course you did.
What did
I
they
spend
get?
like $200 on a nice chair.
I don't know. Spend anything if it's a gift.
He's got a point.
Somebody would be spending.
I'm kind of hoping.
Gift yourself.
I want to start building a PC, so I'm kind of hoping for some of the parts, maybe.
Did you ask for them?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. That usually helps.
Yeah.
Mhm.
they read my
Just
mind
say,
through
I want
telekinesis.
a piece
That's not telekinesis.
You gotta write Santa a
Telekinesis
letter.
is something else.
Telepathy.
Telepathy, yes. Telekinesis is where you
telepathetic.
can move stuff.
We
But
all-
Telepathetic?
Telepathetic.
No, telepathetic.
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 tomato, potato. Okay, guys, just
Tomato-
listen.
That's
That's how the saying goes now.
No.
That's pretty much what that discussion was.
I just
potato.
got myself a PS4, so
Mhm.
my Christmas list is 90%.
100% PS4 games.
Yeah.
So,
And a new headset.
you know what
Cool.
Christmas tradition I absolutely love?
What's that?
Watching Hallmark Christmas specials.
God's sake.
What's wrong with you?
Oh man,
You know what
do
you
I
guys-
love watching the Santa Claus 3 every year
Bravin,
with Jack Frost?
Bravin is riling
The
Jason
only
and
thing
I
that's
up.
good on
The
that
first
25
time you see the Santa Claus movies, they're good, they're funny.
Yeah, when you're
The second
sick.
time you see them, they're like a little stale,
Yeah.
but you'll get through it because it's great. The third time you see them, and every time after that, it's just horrible.
It's like a Taylor Swift song. You already know what's
you
going
can
to happen.
only see a fat ass Tim Allen with a white beard so many times.
Hey, it's a classic trilogy.
So, for everyone that doesn't know what Hallmark is, and I envy you so much, Hallmark basically is the king of ridiculous Christmas or holiday
movies in general.
holiday themed movies.
Yeah, they have holiday movies and then they just have stupid
And the
movies throughout
the
the
thing that we always
movies
hate about
and
them is that they're so damn predictable, and they never change. And they
It's the sequel.
no, don't get me wrong.
Same thing,
they,
different character.
Well,
They-
that 25-day countdown, same movie.
yeah, they do run like through some of like the old animated ones.
Yeah, it's
The
like
original,
Castles.
The Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, that one. Like also with like Snow Miser and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love those. Those are good.
Mhm.
I don't mind watching those. But when you have some fucking douchebag from some, oh, I'm from a Fortune 500 company and mine's about to go bankrupt, or something like this. When you have, it's always a corporate business guy going to a small fucking rinky-dink town for some god knows reason, and then
And then he
it's a
finds
Christmas
the
miracle.
Christmas.
Everything is happy. No, in the real world, that small town company goes fucking bankrupt and they end up homeless. Okay.
America!
That's the
Yeah, but
true
this
thing.
is-
Now, if we all just submit to the communist regime.
Shut up.
But you know what I'm really looking forward to?
What's up?
Santa Paws.
Santa Fuck.
Oh boy.
That's quality movie.
That is a quality movie.
If any of you,
That
and I think
Charlie
the
Brown.
majority of you attend BCC and/or early college, so if any of you ever take Professor Robert Rogan, in the fall semester at the end of the year, he will play you Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the original,
Mm-hmm.
and throughout it he will point out the sexism and then occasionally laugh at it.
This is why you must take it.
It's
Every English class.
every
Dude.
single fall semester.
It's easy and it's entertaining at the end.
Yeah, I had him last year. It was quality.
And I like him. He's one of my favorite
4
professors.
grades throughout the entire year.
I don't know about you, but some of the like anticipated gifts. I know it's not gonna be for like Christmas, but some of the games that are gonna come out. I know it's kind of off topic,
Yeah,
that's fine.
but some of the games like Red Dead Redemption 2, The Last of Us 2. I am so excited, even though I won't be able to
I've
play
already put that on my
Last of Us,
Christmas list.
The Last of Us 2 because it's a PS4 game.
Red Dead 2 is.
I will be able. I'm not getting the damn PS4, but
Hey,
I
Last of Us
I
one
love that
of the
game
best
because I got
games.
to play it at a friend's house. I love that game. It's very close to my heart, and 2018 is going to be a very good year for gaming.
Speaking of
Definitely.
games that are close to your heart, as I said, I recently acquired a PS4, and with that, I've recently acquired The Witcher 3.
One of the best games of all time. I will say that, and many people agree with me.
Yes.
Many people.
Now, I've played the
Yes,
first
this
2
one.
Witcher games, and I've read a pirated version of one of the books that I downloaded in a PDF form on my computer. It's really hard to read PDF books. It's just hard to, like, I need a physical book. It's just me.
Yeah,
Jason's
yeah.
an
Like,
old man.
Like, so I think on my Christmas list, I'd put some of the, I don't know how many books they had,
There's around. I want to say like 7.
5, yeah, I was going to say there's more than
There's
5. I
around
thought.
7.
Yeah, so some of the Witcher books.
But
are
then
definitely on my
again,
Christmas
some of
list.
them you don't need.
Yeah.
There's like 2 that you don't really need. One of them's like a tale. It's called Tales of the Witcher, but you don't really need that. It's just like some backstory that doesn't really matter. But The Witcher, if you haven't played The Witcher, I highly recommend. That
At the
if
very
you get-
least, read the Wikipedia page.
yes, but that is one of the best crafted games that I've ever played. I've played through the main story of that game. This is my 7th time now, and I'm actually getting ready for the hardest difficulty. So that's going to be. I'm just preparing for it, and I'm still finding new things that surprise me. It's like new options. There's just so. It's just a great game. I love it so much.
'Tis the season.
'Tis
Get
the
the
season
get the
for the
Witcher.
Witcher.
Get the Witcher.
So, ready for Santa Claus to come to town?
What's this Santa you talk about? You mean the fake man in the red suit?
What? Talking about Kris
Smoothie.
Kringle.
Crispy Kringle.
That
I
is-
like
Yes,
Crispy.
Krispy Kringle.
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme versus
I love
Dunkin'
donuts.
Donuts.
Crispy Kringle is what happens when you leave your
fire.
fireplace on.
Leave in the comments. Do you prefer Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts?
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme. Dunkin' Donuts used to be good. The
I-
coffee
so.
is fantastic.
I think
People will argue Krispy Kreme has good coffee, but Dunkin' Donuts will surpass anybody in terms of coffee.
I think Dunkin' Donuts they may be better like
Not
up
sponsored.
north.
Yeah.
Because I've had a good Dunkin' Donuts donut from because
Like,
when I went
They
to New
used
York,
to be better in the north, but
'Cause-
they're slacking everywhere.
yeah, because when I went up to New York for 4th of July, I spent a week there. That was a really good donut. Because usually down here they're stale as shit, but
Unless
up
the
there,
Krispy
they're very
Kreme
nice.
sign them.
what's that?
Unless the Krispy Kreme fresh sign them.
Especially
But
Get 'em warm.
But Santa, I don't know when I stopped believing in Santa. I think I was maybe 12 or something. But I mean, Santa. I don't know why we still have Santa.
I didn't miss him. I didn't miss him. I'm not gonna lie.
see that fucking.
It wasn't
asshole
really
later.
It wasn't really like a big deal for me. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but
No.
it wasn't really it wasn't like a big shock.
It's
I
like
guess.
for the majority of people that find out, it's just
Because
like,
like
oh,
you're skeptical
yeah.
all the time.
yes.
I think
absolutely.
that,
You
I
just
think
gotta
that
go
have
from age
100%
5.
believe.
especially I don't think my parents ever did a real good job at crafting the image
Making
of
him
the
seem
guy.
real.
Uh-huh. I mean, Coca-Cola did a really good job.
I mean,
Do you
when I
believe in
was
polar bears?
when I was
Global
younger,
warming.
exist. They're just dying out. Okay. All right. What were you saying?
when I was younger and I was living on Long Island with my mother and my grandparents, they would go all out. The night before, or on Christmas Eve, we'd go out and we'd sprinkle corn and stuff in the driveway for the reindeer. And
Corn?
we didn't have
Oh.
a chimney, so we had this
Dear.
really ornate key with a carving of Santa on it, and we left it on the doorknob. And they told me that's so Santa can magically turn it into the key to the house so we can get in and leave his presents.
Your parents are very smart, Jason.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, I've heard about the whole key thing before. Or you can go it by the way that the Santa
Santa-
Claus movie does, where
you know,
he just
Santa-
magically creates a chimney.
If you didn't know, if you don't give a key out for Santa, he just got lock picks. Or if you find your window broken, don't ask
I was
questions.
always confused because my house never had a chimney until recently.
He climbed through the
Well,
radiator.
if you're-
The door's still locked.
Well,
All the
some-
windows are closed.
Yeah, some parents come up with they'll come up with other ways,
We didn't
putting out
have
a
that
magic
whole-
key or something.
He's
Yeah,
got a
that
power
key
of
thing, I was just
teleportation.
Yeah,
Bravin referenced in the Santa Claus movie.
Just magically creates a chimney.
Yeah. But yeah, and then in the mornings and stuff, I guess at night my grandpa would go out and sweep the corn away, and then he had boots that he would stamp in the snow and then put it in the rug in the house.
There's a dedication.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow, he really put some work into it. My parents
Oh, yeah.
never went that
I
far.
think
Not
don't.
either.
Did he stomp on the roof too to make you think there was reindeer?
We're being robbed.
So no, that never seems like a smart idea because that would just wake up your kid. Although if you're trying to wake them up Christmas morning, I guess that'd be one way to do it.
Yeah.
That'd actually be pretty cool. Just go all out.
So once again, to reference the Santa Claus movie, roofs are dangerous when they're covered in snow.
I think the
Fall.
only part that my parents kind of did was.
Wasn't all right.
Yeah, we would write letters to Santa and put them in the mailbox and stuff. And then when you make the cookies and milk, they'd eat the cookies or they have a bite taken out of them.
Yeah.
I think
Why do they not do
it's
stuff?
A for effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. 80 traditions at all.
I know. Once we moved down south, they started slacking because I guess I was getting older,
Mm-hmm.
and like Bravin said, the skepticism's always kind of been there.
Yeah.
But then the one year, every year I got this unique present. You get them from Santa or some from your family, but then I get one from the elves or Rudolph or maybe even the Grinch. I got one.
I'd be really
Really?
skeptical because
Yeah.
Rudolph doesn't have fucking hands.
It's just a horseshoe print.
Yeah, it's
Just
not-
your house is destroyed. There's antlers everywhere.
It's just a bunch of scratch marks.
But the year that threw me off and definitely set me down the path of disbelief was the year I got a present from Yoda.
Wait, why didn't you tell the story already? What'd you get?
I don't even remember what it was. It was probably a book set or something, but it was just a present from Yoda.
That's what tipped you off.
Yeah.
No, look,
Yeah,
no.
come on, man.
No,
That's
but-
obviously not real. He's dead.
But he
Exactly.
He has the Force Ghost, though. So, I mean,
What, he lives through the Force? But how do you
Wait.
sign something when you're in the Force?
Force magic.
Force magic.
He uses the Force to pick up the pen.
Idiot.
With what? He's not even existing. He's just ethereal.
He's the
Well, yeah,
Force.
but he
And-
can still use the Force.
He is the Force.
Why are we
That's the whole
justifying
point.
how to use an animated, like, what is he?
Yoda?
Yeah, what
He's
is
a
it?
tridactyl.
A tridactyl.
Which is
An
it's
animated
not his
tridactyl.
actual race.
The Force.
Because they never Lucasfilms never released what his actual race is, but he's a tridactyl because he has 3 fingers.
He's just a Yoda. Why are we trying to justify that this guy can sign with 3 fingers? And a
Can you
ethereal
see? Can you
force?
see this finger?
No, I can't see it. Neither can I.
That's why we don't have a camera.
Well, leave
That's
you all up
great.
to guess which finger. Logan showed
It was
Kyle.
the middle finger.
Leave your guess in the comments.
Thumbs up. So,
I guess that's it. Thank
what
you
a
for
depressing end.
yeah.
Like,
But
oh, I guess-
thank you so much for tuning in to another Blue podcast.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all of you.
Politically
No.
incorrect.
No! Merry fucking Christmas.
Oh boy.
Happy New Year.
If you didn't know, we are recording in a.
It's not relevant. Merry
That's
Christmas.
irrelevant. We're not recording. This is all
We're
just an
recording in a room of our
illusion.
library
Hey.
here at the school, so we might be having to relocate soon because they're probably going to throw us out.
No.
You can only
But-
scream "caw motherfucker" so many times.
Yes.
Excuse me, it was actually Jingle Bell.
But in all seriousness, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you on the next podcast.
Tune in next week for our New Year's special.
Bye-bye.
Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and ring that notification bell if you want to hear Jingle Bells Christmas morning.
Bye.